Welcome to Honest Whispers Preview for Sale. On this video, I'll be previewing MAFEX number 71 Gwenpool Action Figure. Released by Medicom Toy in 2018. This figure is approximately 6 inches tall. And I'm going to go over 6 different categories to preview this. As you can see, it comes in a nice window box packaging with the sleeve. First category is design. It covers the look, the concept, and points of articulations. And if I had to count the double joints as 2, from what I can see, there's at least 18 points of articulations. As you can see, it comes with a lot of different accessories, 2 different heads, or 2 extra heads, 1 mask when she's not wearing it, a cell phone that she can hold, a katana holder that goes on as a backpack, and 2 different backpacks as well. 2 katanas that she could hold, and of course different switch out hands. And in the back you could see she has kind of like a brace so that you could pretty much pose her in many different ways. Actually, on the back of the box, it does have a lot of different examples. You can use different poses with the different facial expressions and have her wearing pretty much different type of backpack. So highly posable and highly displayable using different backpacks. It's gonna feel like a new character. You can make a new type of scene or pose. So lots that you can do with this. And again, for 6 inches, very highly detailed and very nice quality. So I give the design score a perfect 10 out of 10. Next category is sculpting. Covers the details, quality of the sculpt and molding. And I know it's kind of plastic wrap behind the plastic window, but it's really hard to see if there's any kind of flaws, especially on the molding. Sculpting is great, and as you can see when you look at the figure really up close, it is highly detailed. You can see the seam line on her uniform or costume, the buckles, pockets, even her fingers, well proportioned. Everything's nicely proportioned and very smooth and straight lines. Even on this face you could see kind of like her eyebrows shaped out. And for the katana, like the handles, pretty consistent on the lines, easy to see, pretty well defined for something small like that. And even the backpacks, especially this penguin backpack right here, you could see how kind of like it looks like a stuffed animal and it's kind of stretching there at the seam line. Cell phone's probably the least, I mean, it even looks a little misshaped a little bit. And I know painting slightly has contributes to that, but it just seems like the top right is a bit angled. And then for the unmasked face, the hair is very nice. I like that look where it's kind of like a comic book look. Not too much details. Face pretty much nicely proportioned. Actually looks kind of cute too with the anime look. So again, trying to look for any kind of flaws. There really isn't much. I mean, the phone, that's not too bad. And that's why I don't see that as really enough to give it a point off or a point deduction. And that's why I give the sculpting score a perfect 10 out of 10. Next category is colors. It covers the accuracy of the colors, quality of the paint, and quality of paint application. And as you can see, colors look exactly like she does in the comic book. Even the costume overall looks great. Colors, it looks like there's a bit of a gloss to it, so really nice look. And for paint application, you can see a lot of consistent lines, hardly any bleeding at all, which I was looking for a lot of, but very accurate overall. These certain areas, it might be like slightly squiggly lines here and there. Like the faces are all pretty much perfect. The cell phone, again, as you can see in this on the design category, when I did the close-up, you could see some of the black, especially the top left corner. It's it starts getting crooked, and even in the upper right, it just an edge right there in the corner seems to kind of bleed a bit over the border. The backpacks, all nice straight lines. It might look like the white is slightly bleeding onto the foot. Dolphin backpack pretty much looks great. And again, with Gwen's costume, everything all pretty nice, straight, smooth lines. Hardly any bleeding. Now, if I had to start pointing something out, it looks like the pink right there, or at least the silver on the bottom part bleeding onto the pink area, while this part looks great. Buckle right here, I guess it could look natural as the buckle or the belt is kind of bent, or even the excess piece, but then you can see how the line, there's a bit of a bump right before the buckle, or at least our point of view, the right side of the buckle. While the lower buckle, pretty much clean, straight lines, no bleeding. And even her boots, you might see the pink bleed slightly over there on the side, or at least the right side. While these look pretty good. Right there, the line isn't that straight on the her lower right leg. So again, these are very like ticky-tack, have to look really up close to see the imperfections. Like the katana handles, it's so nicely done. All the diamond, all the pink diamond shapes, very accurate. I mean, you could kind of nitpick here and there, but then still, it's just overall, it looks really good. And even from a short distance, it's really hard to see any flaws. And that's why I give the color score a near perfect 9 out of 10. Next category is packaging, covers the design, the look, and functionality. And simple window box packaging, but still very nicely designed and decorated. You could see a lot of the prototype figure. Different examples. You got the full shot here on the side. Figure doing different poses. The hands up, that's just like the one in the front. You can see with the different faces, see how you could articulate, even do a selfie. And this is the same picture as the selfie, just sideways. Now the top, the window box folds over to the top area, has her name. And bottom part is just like company information, UPC code. Now when you start looking at the details of this packaging, you can see that, let me get the background, the inside, it has kind of like a background to it. A lot of different pictures and stuff. Fortunately the camera won't. There you go. So lots of different images all the way around. So even the bottom part has it, even the sides have it. And the best thing about this, I mean, just the box packaging is great as is, with everything nicely fitted, nothing moves, pretty much well secured, so functionality is there. It definitely protects the case, but it comes with the sleeve. So very nice sleeve with a lot of art deco. Let me kind of put this down here. So now I could rotate the sleeve. So there it is. The back's pretty much the same, or actually not pretty much, it is the same, but then you can see different art. This one is cool because it looks like she's ripping the background down. Her being unmasked, I guess by herself. Now the best part about the sleeve too is that in the inside, just like the background of the actual packaging, you have all these different artwork. So let me see if I could get more, pretty much show everything if I can. And the cardboard they use is pretty thick. It's not all like flimsy or anything. So pretty nice. I mean, this one has a little scuffing on the side here and there. Maybe a minor little dent or ding right there. But of course, looks great. And really, you would have to like drop it from, you know, a pretty decent high place to really make it, you know, any damage, significant damage to the box. And that's why I give the packaging score a perfect 10 out of 10. Next category is value. It covers the suggested retail price versus the quality, and suggested retail price versus the aftermarket price. And as mentioned, this was released 2 years ago. As soon as it sold out, the price actually did go up. It is quite rare. And when I bought this last year, about a year after it came out, I did a bundle deal in a convention, which is always recommended to do. So I can't see exactly how much I paid for this piece, but if I had to round it off, I would say I paid about $60, more or less. Sold it on eBay for $85 plus shipping, and I think eBay took some tax too, so it came out to be about like a little over $100. So this definitely has potential in the aftermarket value department, especially because Gwenpool, not too many Gwenpool figures or statues have been made. There are definitely some out there, but this is really nicely done, and I don't think they made that much of it, because even at conventions it was kind of hard to find. So definitely does have more potential for this to continue go up in price. And whether you paid 60 to over $100, at least quality wise, it's very nice. There are some figures out there that does retail at 100 in the first place, so even at that price, definitely worth getting it, especially if you're a Gwenpool fan. And that's why I give the value score a near perfect 9 out of 10. So final category is overall. It accumulates to 5 prior categories: design, sculpting, colors, packaging, and value. And this one, I bought it for my own personal collection. I really like it a lot. I think it looks really cool. And I'm not like a huge fan of Gwenpool, but I think she's cool and pretty cute too. Especially just the way her, I guess the funny personality that she kind of has or portrays in the comic book, especially since she knows that she's in a comic book world, which kind of adds to that humor. But still, just comes with so many different accessories. There's so many different things you can do with it. Pose her with the penguin backpack or a dolphin backpack, and then after a week or two, you could even use the katanas, or just have her holding katanas, do something funny like a selfie, or even that surprised look. So many different things you can do with this. And in this sense, it has a lot of replay value. So highly detailed, nicely sculpted, again, realistic looks for a action figure, and perfect proportions. And that's why I give the overall score a near perfect 9 out of 10. So to recap: design 10 out of 10, sculpting 10 out of 10, colors 9 out of 10, packaging 10 out of 10, value 9 out of 10, and overall 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Until next time, continue reading the King James Version Bible and eat your vitamin C's daily.